calling you on channel 16. The Strait of Hormuz is still closed. We will open it by the order of our leader, Imam Khamenei.
Wait, you have to hear this. The Iranian IRGC Navy just went on an open radio channel and called their own foreign minister an idiot. The internal civil war in Tehran is officially breaking out on public frequencies.
It's of some idiots. If you want to pass through the strait, you must ask permission from Iranian Navy. All vessels that have a connection with our enemies will be targeted if they try to pass the Strait of Hormuz out.
This is where it gets absolutely surreal. You're listening to the IRGC Navy, the absolute hardliners, literally trashing their own leadership on Channel 16. That's an open maritime frequency that every ship in the region can hear. It's not just a diplomatic disagreement. It's a public breakdown of the Iranian regime's command structure. Look at the map while you hear those voices. They are openly defying orders that said the strait was open. It proves that even if a deal is signed tomorrow in Islamabad, the guys actually holding the weapons on the water might not listen to a word of it. This kind of breakdown in unity of command is exactly why the pressure is being ratcheted up so high. It's clear the blockade is working because the different factions are starting to eat their own. You've got the diplomats trying to negotiate a way out, while the IRGC is trying to start a fight to keep their leverage. This is a regime under extreme stress, and it's all playing out for the world to hear. Wait, did you catch the specific wording in that post? Bridge and power plant day. That isn't just typical political posturing. It's a surgical, targeted threat that signals the total end of the Mr. Nice Guy era. When you look at the text on the screen, you can see the shift from diplomatic pressure to absolute infrastructure dominance. It's wild because the focus isn't just on the nuclear program anymore. It's about a complete functional shutdown of the entire country's power grid. This last chance energy is what's driving the chaos we're seeing in the maritime data. If you're the Iranian leadership right now, you're looking at your bridges and your electricity plants and realizing they could be gone by Wednesday if that pen doesn't hit the paper in Pakistan. It's a high-stakes poker game where one side has already shown their hand and is just waiting for the other to fold or face the consequences. It's intense to see how direct these warnings have become.
Waterway, over a dozen incidents of tankers just U-turning.
Check out the movement in the Strait of Hormuz on this tracking data. You can see dozens of massive tankers just doing U-turns because the confusion is that thick. One day the IRGC says it's open, the next they're threatening to target anything that moves. This maritime choke point is the most critical waterway in the world, and right now it's essentially a ghost town. The economic impact here is staggering, roughly $500 million a day in losses for them. While those ships are turning around and heading to ports in Texas or Alaska to load up instead, the Iranian economy is basically hemorrhaging cash in real time. It's a surgical blockade. They aren't firing missiles yet, but they're cutting off the economic oxygen. It's fascinating to see how the strategy has evolved from just sanctions to a literal physical wall of Navy ships, making it impossible for them to trade. The clock is ticking, and the map shows exactly why they're getting desperate. The next 48 hours change everything. Hit that follow button for the next update.